How's it going? I'm back from Blizzcon. I went to California, and that was a pretty cool experience. And now I'm here to come back and talk about it. Had a wonderful time with my family and my friends there. So my name's Cambrodia. Welcome to the video. If you like it, please share it with someone. And also, if you could subscribe to my channel, that would mean a lot. Now I know what you're thinking. My hair is not greasy. I just got out of the shower. Just because I went to BlizzCon doesn't mean that I'm a hermit. So I don't want to see any comments talking about how greasy my hair is. So BlizzCon experience for me was pretty. It was all over the place. If I'm being honest with you, Thursday roll arounds the day before the convention starts because it goes Friday, Saturday, and my family finds out that our flight had actually been scheduled for 10 p.m. instead of 10 a.m. So we had to scramble, move that around. Got our flight scheduled to 4 p.m. The pilot on the way there was insane and almost killed us about 3 or 4 times. I've been on plane rides before. There's always supposed to be that sense of security, and I'm not falling. And there was a couple of points during that flight where I was like, I'm fucking falling. This could be it. On top of that, we got to the airport and we got a text saying that there was a nail in our tire. Someone had found out that we drove over a nail and that our tire was flat. So getting there was a hell of a day, and it was kind of scary because it was a bad omen. But we got there safe. We got to the hotel room. Everything was peachy. Second day rolls around. Now, me and my family got pretty lucky. I'm not sure how this system actually worked, but we got the opening ceremony tickets. We were very excited. We got in the opening ceremony line. As you can see here, we were literally the first people in the BlizzCon line. Like, actually the first person there. It was me and my family and my friend. So, we're in the opening ceremony line, which means we're supposed to have priority and get let in first. We got just very lucky and got those tickets. So I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. We're getting into BlizzCon first. We're getting all the merch. Got this Diablo hoodie. People, whenever I walk around in public, I'm pretty sure people think I like Satan. It is what it is. They let in the other line first. Now, you might be asking, how could this have happened if you guys are the opening ceremony ticket holders? Well, so there was the actual Blizzard workers there, right? Actual Blizzard workers who were very nice, knew what was going on, extremely just helpful, could guide us anywhere we needed to go. And then there was the convention center workers. Now, the convention center workers were very, very easy to tell apart because they had on actual suits and not a Blizzard t-shirt. The convention center workers had no fucking clue what was going on the entire time, and they were terrified. So, they let in the standby people first, which the fact that they got let in first wasn't the upsetting part to me. It was the fact that the opening ceremony ticket holder people could now no longer get to where they needed to go because it was physically blocked. Like, it was blocked off, and we just didn't know what was happening. And so we asked the convention center workers, and we're like, no, you guys are fine. This is all okay. 5 minutes later, an actual Blizzard employee comes back and sees what had happened and yells at them and is like, you guys have fucked up the entire line. They cannot get past now. Starts going off on him and lets us in and guides us. So, the Blizzard employee that did that, fucking, you're the best, dude. You saved that weekend from there being a massive just clusterfuck in the line and a lot of people being angry. So she guided us to the opening ceremony line, and we got to the opening ceremony. It was a little bit of a struggle to get there, but we got there, and we got to see all the announcements. Now, typically, the opening ceremony is like an hour and 15 minutes long. This year, it was an hour and 45. So we were expecting a lot of new things, a lot of fucking sick ass WoW things, Hearthstone, Diablo, Heroes of the Storm. No one plays that anymore, but Heroes of the Storm. And you know what we got? We got Chris Menson. Chris Menson came back. And whenever they said, welcome Chris Menson, the stage erupted. Oh man, did the stage erupt. Not to mention, the new Blizzard, president actually started crying on the stage. Not like a dramatic way, but you could just tell he was actually thankful. So, that was very sweet, and that kind of made me tear up a little bit. Blizzard does not have the best track record, however, so I did keep that in mind while I was there at BlizzCon. I was like, these are the same people that there was a little bit of a female worker problem environment there, so that was kind of, you know, there's a little, it was kind of fucked up. You know, we went, a lot of 3 new WoW expansions were announced with the World Soul Saga. Chris mentioned writing it. They're finally going over that big ass sword that was put into Azeroth by the Titan, so I'm excited about that. New Hearthstone content was talked about. They announced the new catch-up packs, which is very useful because if you've ever played a card game before, you know that if you don't keep up, you're fucking in the dust, buddy. You don't know about any of the new metas. You don't know about any of the new decks, new cards. You know jack shit, and you gotta catch up. New Diablo 4 expansion was announced, and I'm actually pretty excited about this. The opening ceremony kind of felt like one big apology, which, you know, makes sense. The Diablo 4 Season Pass was not that great, considering it had you delete your character and start a new one, and they said that they were working on fixing that. And I hope they do, because I love Diablo 4, if you couldn't tell, and I would really prefer not to have to buy the Season Pass and start a new character. But they did make leveling up 40% faster. Now, whether you like that or not about Diablo 4, whenever they add that in, that's up to you. But me personally, I like that because that means I can, you know, level up different characters much faster and start to get into the actual game. Because if you're a Diablo player, you and I both know that the game doesn't actually start until you reach max level. So, I'm kind of excited about that. The World Soul Saga cinematic was fucking awesome, as it always is, because it's Blizzard and their cinematics look like live actions when they're not somehow. I don't know how much money they spend on those things, but that's actually wild. So, you know, after the opening ceremony occurred and we learned about, you know, the new Diablo stuff, new WoW stuff, new Hearthstone things, new Overwatch champion. I don't play Overwatch that much. I'm sorry. I'm just not a big Overwatch guy. We decided, you know what? We're hungry. We're going to go grab some food. So what did we do? We went and grabbed some food. Oh, also, I forgot to mention, S-Fan was at the opening ceremony, which was crazy to me. I watch him so much, and just seeing him there is fucking wild. He is an absolute unit of a man, which I expected considering he played linebacker at SMU. But oh my god, S-Fan, if you somehow manage to end up seeing this video, I fucking love you, and you are one of my biggest inspirations for why I do this. After we got the bite to eat, you know, we went back to the convention center to go look at the floor plan, go see what everyone was doing. And what we were met with was some great cosplays, and they were masterfully done, and some really, really cool kind of like live dioramas in the Diablo section. They had this museum filled with artifacts, and they had the Tree of Whispers like just there, and it was it was so surreal seeing all of that in-game stuff brought to life. Not to mention they had like a 13-foot statue of Lilith just towering over everyone, which was so cool. The Hearthstone and World of Warcraft area were kind of combined, and that was so much fun. I love the Hearthstone Tavern so much. I took a couple photos in there. This photo in particular is my favorite because of how awkward I look. I look like I have no fucking clue what I'm doing because I didn't. I am not a model. I am a gamer. So yeah. We went over to the WoW area. Warcraft Rumble was released there, and before you hate on the mobile game, I agree. I think that a new game on the PC would have been much better. However, Warcraft Rumble is actually very fun, and I'm not sponsored. I'm not paid to say that. If you just want to try it, go for it because it's genuinely very fun. I have made a guild. If you want to join it, the guild is called the McBall Gurglers. I am the owner. If you want to join it, just let me know, and I got you. I think we're at capacity, but if you say, hey, I found this from a YouTube video, I'll make an exception. I'll invite you in. So that was Warcraft Rumble's fucking sick. They also had the Dark Moon Fair there, which is there every year, pretty much. Well, for the last couple of years, it's been there. Since, you know, the last one before COVID, it was at that previous one. The Dark Moon Fair is always a ton of fucking fun. It's basically glorified gambling because you buy tokens and then you use those tokens to maybe get a chance at winning a certain plushie that you want. My mom in particular loved that, and she stayed in there for like 3 hours trying to get a certain plushie. She did not get it, and she was not happy. they had a Diablo tattooing area. I would have gladly gone to get it because my arm is absolutely covered in tattoos, but it was fully booked for the weekend and I could not get a slot. Me and my brothers all wanted to get matching Diablo tattoos, which, god damn it, dude, that would have been so cool, but they were fully booked for the weekend, so we just couldn't. Yeah. Also, it's kind of fucking crazy. Phil Spencer was there. Just the Xbox man, Giga Chad, walked onto stage. That was exciting to see him be there. That all of the men on that stage, like, combined, probably worth $1 billion easily. Fucking $2 billion most likely. So just seeing that much presence on one stage was impressive, to say the least. The Overwatch World Cup was there. That was fun to see. The Overwatch area actually had a lot of detailed statues, and so did the Warcraft area. The amount of world building they put into each area was fascinating. They had a Jaina statue, they had a Thrall statue, they had the Hearthstone Tavern, the Dark Moon Fair. Just everything combined made a very just fucking great experience where you could forget everything else and just be at BlizzCon for that day. So everything was a lot of fun and a total blast. I loved it. Besides the convention center workers. I'm sorry to get back to it, but holy shit, the convention center workers made everything worse and made it so confusing. The Blizzard employees, you guys did wonderful, and I loved you so much, and you were so helpful, and you guys are great. It was the guys in the suits that weren't a part of Blizzard that had no idea what were going on. Me and my brother went at 7 a.m. to go get the merch from the online order. You can order your merch online and then go in there to pick it up. So we went around to the back entrance where you're supposed to go get the merch. Because it's closer to the shop and you can get in line faster. Now, there were American Disability Association people there, like people that needed a waiting room to go sit down because they physically cannot stand. They were promised to go sit in a room and have the requirements met that they needed for their disabilities. So they are in front of me and they are telling the convention center workers that, hey, I have the pass to go sit in the waiting room because I physically cannot stand. And the convention center workers are like, I don't know. I'm not sure about that. These people cannot fucking stand, dude. Let them go sit down. Get them any type of just, treatment, dude. They can't stand out here. They just had no idea what was going on, and it was a shit show on that end. Blizzard, you did a good job. I'm happy with that. But we got our merch, and we got out. And then that was Saturday when the convention was ending. We walked around a little bit more, went to go see everything for a final time before we left tomorrow, the next day. And that was pretty much the entire BlizzCon experience. Very happy I went. Extremely fun meeting all of the other Blizzard gamers. You guys are always friendly and fun to talk to, and I love talking with you guys. But yeah, that was pretty much it. I think that's all I really have to say. Blizzard, please find any just better convention center people, because holy shit, that was my one pet peeve. But that's it. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is Cambrodia. If you got to this point, please subscribe. That would mean so much to me. And maybe even tell someone about me. That would also mean the absolute world to me. I love all of you guys, and I will see you next time. My name is Cambrodia. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Goodbye.